wouldn't even like turn around to look at like the guy that almost killed them. They wouldn't even turn their head. They wouldn't check the mirrors. They would just continue on. Just, yeah, perfectly normal. Some guy going in my life.
Hey guys, I'm the teen here. I'm just gonna tell you what I was thinking about just now. See, this is the good thing. Now that I have a new setup, I just have a new setup, and it's easy at all times, so I can make a video whenever I feel like. In the past, I haven't been able to do that. For the last year or two, if I wanted to make a video, I had to like prepare for it the day before, and then I'd only have 50 minutes of battery the next day. And then that was it. You know, like if I was just riding along and I wanted to make a video, all of a sudden I couldn't because I never had the gear on me. And the way my microphone worked, because it had dead battery, was you couldn't just let it. I couldn't just leave my microphone in my bag or something, because it needed to be charged right before you used it. You had to charge it for like 6 hours, and then you could use it for 15. And if you let it sit for a day, the battery would die again. So yeah, for the last couple of years, if you're wondering why my videos have sucked, it's because I haven't been able. I've had to like overly prepare to make them, and then I feel stressed and pressured, and I've only got one chance to make a good video, and yeah, and so now I can make videos whenever I want, because I'm just. Check this out. It's Taiwan preparing for. I guess war, and this isn't a joke, because I've never seen that there before, and there actually isn't a military base around here. I guess they're just figuring out different random locations to set up anti-aircraft and anti-missile batteries. I don't know what that is. It's a surface-to-air missile. It's a SAS. Surface-to-air. Oh, SAM. Yeah, it's a SAM. Check it out. It's on too. There's a guy in there. And there's a Jeep, there's a radio. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. Going to war, and I can be like an American. Anyways, that's not what this video is about, but it's a good way to start it. This video is about what I think about while I'm riding on my commute, and let's edit that out. Yeah, I'm just going to talk about what I was thinking about, and. So I pulled out the camera and the microphone, and let's talk about it. Oh, here comes some more military. Uh-oh. Here comes his buddies. Here comes what we just saw as big brothers. More military exercises. Don't. Nothing too impressive. I was wondering if the Flash could juggle, or what it would be like if he juggled. And then I was thinking, like, if the Flash or any superhuman speedster, like Superman, for example, if he juggled really fast, would the balls be like moving really flat? Could he get the balls to move so fast that you like if the Flash was juggling with superhuman speed and you stuck your hand in there, would the balls like cut through your arm? And the answer is no. It's very definitively no. No matter how fast you could superhumanly move your arms, you wouldn't be able to juggle faster than a regular human. Because only you'd be able to juggle a little bit faster, but not much. Because when you throw the ball up, if you throw it up with superhuman speed, it's just going to go superhuman high. And that's actually going to slow your juggling down, because you're just going to throw it really high in the air. And then you have to wait for gravity to pull it back down. So if you were just, say, juggling balls at a normal height of 3 feet, 4 feet in the air, you couldn't juggle them any quicker than a regular human. Because to get them to go 3 feet up in the air, you'd have to throw them up lightly. And then you'd have to wait for them to come back down, and they'd fall at a regular gravitational speed. So, yeah. So if somehow you could get the balls to fall quicker than normal, then you could juggle faster than normal. And using heavier balls wouldn't work, because in a vacuum, a bowling ball falls just as quick as a feather. The only way, and I think this is the case in a lot of cases with superhuman speedsters, is if they were juggling the balls in some kind of temporal field, like some kind of their own little force field that separated them from the rest of the world. And that's how that's how realistic superhuman people work. Because if somebody with superhuman speed didn't have some kind of field around them, separating the time within the field from the time outside of the field. I forget how I started that sentence. Oh yeah, if someone didn't have a field separating their existence with the outside existence, then every time they picked something up, or every time they saved a damsel in distress, they would die. They would be destroyed. Like, if you picked up a book at superhuman speed, all that would happen is you'd rip the covers off. The book wouldn't get picked up. I guess you'd have to clamp down on it really hard. But even then, if you're moving it quick enough, the friction would probably cause it to burst into flames. A person with superhuman speed like the Flash, if there was no like field of energy, like, because they call it, with Flash they call it like the speed force, and I think the way it would work for superhuman speed to work the way it would need to work is his speed force needs to extend to whatever he touches so that it doesn't get ripped apart, especially when he moves a human. It's ridiculous. You see like a bullet is flying at someone, so he runs over, grabs them, and moves them out of the path of the bullet. See, like if someone like Superman were to do that, in that case, because Superman doesn't have some kind of temporal field, Superman just moves that quick because his muscles are that strong that he can move his arms and legs super fast. He doesn't have a speed force. He just moves that quick. So in reality, if Superman were to move somebody out of the path of a bullet, he would instantly kill them. They would just rip the fuck apart. Especially like he grabs them by the waist and then moves their waist at, 500 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour. He's just gonna rip them apart. And even if you could somehow grab their whole body without breaking it, and as soon as he moves it at superhuman speed, they're gonna get the concussion to the point of death. Because as soon as he moves them, your brain's floating, and it'd be like being in a car, sitting down in a car, and then the car goes from 0 to 500 miles an hour in 0.1 of a second. You're going from 0 to 500 miles an hour, 0 to 1,000 miles an hour in less than a second. All of your organs would implode or explode. You'd be dead. So yeah. I think I've talked about that before, but the juggling part I thought was interesting. Yeah. So yeah, if you know anybody with superhuman speed, get them to juggle for you. If they juggle at regular speed, that means that they're super fast, but they don't have like a speed force. But if you get someone to juggle and the balls move super fast as well, then that means they have some kind of speed force that extends outside of them. And in theory, if they were just to hold your hand, then the two of you would both be able to run at superhuman speed, because you'd have this, because it's not so much that they're moving fast, but that time around them moves much slower than the time outside, like further away from them. Not faster, but slower, because, is that right? I don't know. The time for them is different than for the time of the people on the outside. And if that time difference enables them to move at superhuman speed, then when they hold your hand, then you should also be able to do it the same as them. Because that force field that separates time zones would now be on you also. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video. I'm getting off of work, so I'm a bit tired. And I don't know if temporal phrase is the right phrase or not, so don't bash me on that one, but you know what I mean.